Let's get started by setting up AYM, installing all dependencies, and setting up configurations. So if you don't have Node.js installed, please download it for your operating system and install it. Following that, open up your command line and navigate to the folder that you extracted the theme in. So in my case, this is going to be desktop AYM3, and inside of that, the first command that we're going to run after Node has been installed is npm install, which is going to install all Node package modules. This may take a while, so I'm just going to skip forward to the end of the installation. Alright, so Node is installed, everything with a lot of errors that you see thrown out, and honestly, I know it sounds bad, but they don't really matter. It really depends on your environment and what kind of setup do you have on what's going to get installed and how it's going to get installed. So errors like no Python installed and stuff like that shouldn't really worry you unless you're building on the server and then you need to configure everything differently. But for now, we're good. So this Node modules directory has been created and all dependencies are inside it. Important to note, if you look at the git ignore, Node modules and other files that shouldn't be checked into your version control are all identified. Now, next thing that we're going to run is we want to install Bower if you don't have it already. That you can do that via npm install Bower globally. npm install bower-g. Next, we want to install the grunt client. So we're going to do that via Bower install globally grunt CLI. Which may also actually install all the other so we're actually installing all the dependencies identified in Bower, which is fine. Once Bower has installed all the components inside of Bower components directory, you are ready to go. Basically, you have all the dependencies, and I'll also note that Bower components is inside of git ignore, so it doesn't get checked into your version control because it's a master directory. You don't really want to manage the dependencies that way. Additional note regarding performance: if you don't need some of the libraries which are integrated within EM Plus template, you may manage those dependencies in Bower.json and package.json. Package.json is for the npm Node modules. So now we're gonna run the server. So we're just gonna say grunt serve. That's gonna automate everything, inject all the dependencies in the app, and load up a server on my machine. So now that all the Bower components have been installed inside of Bower components directory, you are ready to go. You have all the dependencies, and you may simply run grunt serve, which is going to manage inject all the dependencies in the application files, and also it will run a locally hosted server on your machine, which is going to help you preview the application and interact with it in development mode at least. So as you see, it's updating some files there, and soon enough it's going to say that it's running a server. I'm going to prepare for that. I'm going to say localhost 9000. Here it is. It says it's running a server on localhost 9000. So I'm going to open that up. And it looks like everything succeeded. I'm going to inspect this just to make sure there are no errors running in console. We have 0 errors, 1 warning. That's all right. So that's it.